Love magic, it was one of those ones that you can actually really relate to as a modern person as well, because a lot of the things that were being asked for were things that we still ask for. So finding a good relationship, being able to salvage an unhappy relationship, being able to end a relationship in a way that sort of frees you up. There are lots of spells to, for example, improve your sex life. There are also spells to, when I say end relationships, I mean murder your spouse, which would not recommend. But yeah, it's a really broad spectrum of spells that are available for what could sometimes be impossible situations, because bear in mind that, again, we're looking at the 14th through 17th centuries. Divorce just isn't an option for most people, and leaving your partner did happen, but it caused a lot of social stigma, both for the person who had been left and also the person who left. So this wasn't really something that people could turn to most of the time, so they would turn to magic as a solution instead. They might also turn to their local priest for interventions and sort of guidance, maybe, but often it was more like, okay, we hate each other, how are we going to make this better? Let's try a spell and see if that works. And we need to bear in mind that there could be love in a marriage, there could be affection in a marriage, but it was also very much an economic union. It was a way of surviving in many ways, because bear in mind that a lot of people are living at subsistence level, so they are mostly relying on farming, and everything is kind of handmade and hand prepared, and so you kind of need at least two people in a relationship to be able to keep a small farm going, say. So coupling up and raising children together and that kind of thing became a very, very important part of being a functioning member of society. So that's a lot of pressure that a lot of people felt to get married in the first place, and then a lot of pressure to keep that marriage working. So yeah, there are spells for finding a suitable partner. So one example of a love spell was Buttocks bread, which was a surprisingly popular method of attracting somebody who you might want to become your future boyfriend or girlfriend. And that involved literally making bread on your buttocks. So you take some bread dough and you would put it on a table, and then you would sit on it and wiggle around, potentially while reciting some kind of charm or love spell. So, you know, I want him to desire me, to love me. And then you would bake it and feed that to your intended. And the idea is that you'd pass on some of your essence into the bread that would then be passed on to your intended's body. And they would be so inflamed with desire that they couldn't stay away from you.